Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over the plays for the month of... I can't believe it's March already. September, October, November. Wow, time just flies by. We're headed into March, 3 months in. So this is the watch list for March. Opportunities to keep an eye on for March. I'm going to go over them, so let's just jump right in here. I'm going to go down the list. It's going to be quite a video because we have to go down the list and figure out, okay, where the opportunities at least based on my point of view. So Bitcoin, here we are again. We're just going sideways. I think honestly at this point, just start dollar cost averaging. If you haven't been dollar cost averaging, start dollar cost averaging. Just dollar cost average. You're not going to time the bottom. If you time the bottom, you got lucky. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Bitcoin is just doing what it's been doing since October. Just tanking, sideways tanking. But let me see. Opportunities. In terms of opportunities, I really like NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I would be looking for NVIDIA leaps. Let me see how low. This is stuck in a trading range. Let me look at the weekly time frame. Yeah, it's in a clear trading range. So NVIDIA leaps, I would look to buy NVIDIA leaps at around 170s. Low 170s to be specifically. Yeah, because buyers always show up at around, yeah. So look for 175 to 180. I would look for calls around there. Look for buyers to show up at around 170s and then buy your calls. Specifically leaps, 1,000 days expiration. Like buy them as far out as you can. I think that's a money printer. Right now the market is behaving very irrational, right? NVIDIA beat on earnings and we tanked. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. That's completely just, that doesn't even, I don't even know what to say about that. It is what it is. Take advantage of the opportunities being offered here. So look for leaps. 2020, I think they would be, would it be 2028? It should be 2028 December 15 expiration, if I recall, is what I would look for. You're going to have to buy them and sit on them. And you can flip them if you want. But NVIDIA, it's a monster. It's a monster. It is what it is, right? What can you do if the market's going to react by selling off? Palantir leaps. I'm looking for Palantir leaps after that fart. I'm looking for Palantir leaps at $120 and $100. If we drop that low, Palantir leaps 100 at $120 and at $100. And again, 2028 expiration, as far out as you can buy him, December 15 strike. You can flip him. This is volatile as hell, so it's also good for flipping because it can go up real quick a few dollars and you can flip it for like $200 per leap. So that's something to look out for. Let me see what else is coming up, because I'm under the assumption that we're gonna tank again, because it's just not normal. It's not normal. That's not right. That NVIDIA tanked after having an incredible earnings. That's just BS. But whatever. Whatever. We gotta adapt. Nothing we can do other than adapt. So NVTS, I would look for this one to come back down to 8. That's where it has a big support level. You can see the white line has been acting as support. So I would look to buy down there at $8 and hold for 10 plus at that point. Yeah, that one's stuck in a range too, as you can see, between, let me see right here. Yeah, it's stuck in a range between 750 and 8 all the way to 10 to 11. Yeah, so just following NVIDIA here, just going sideways. So if NVIDIA does come down to 170s, you would probably see NVTS come down to like 750 to 8. So NVTS is another opportunity. ONDS, I would look for this one at $8, 8 to 8.50. Sell targets of 11 to 15. So yeah, those are the ones that I'm watching. Again, I can't jump into every one of these, but I will be, if the market is if the market is going down and everything's following each other up and down, then obviously if everything tanks together, there's going to be like 10 different stocks with different, with the same opportunity, because everything's becoming discounted at the same time. So I won't be able to jump into every one of these plays. ASTS, where's the purple line on this? ASTS, I think ASTS look to buy it at low 70s. This is a big list, so I'm trying to get through it as quickly as possible. That one already pumped. But I guess if Resolve, no, I don't care. Resolve is at the absolute bottom here. This is a classic buy low, sell high. So if you want to buy here with a stop loss at 2.04 and a sell target of $3 and $4 and then $5, That would be the way to go. It's a classic buy low, sell high, buy low, sell the pump, right? So it's not bad. That one's actually a play right now, but you better have that stop loss because you never know. You just never know with these stocks. Soundhound, I'm swinging this one big for price target of 15 plus. It's a buy down here. It's at a massive discount. It's just like Nvidia. It beat on earnings the past few times, and it just keeps going down. So yeah, it is what it is. Take advantage of the discounts. So dollar cost average into it. Hold for 15 plus. Pretty simple, easy swing trade play. MSTR, that's for Joey Shaw to lose his money. It's just a vehicle for him to give his money away. It's funny how it works. RIOT stock is good for flips. We've been flipping that one over and over again, but we are at a key resistance level. So if everything's going to come down, wait for 15 and under. Anytime this thing has come down under 15, it's been a buy. So I'll be looking to trade it again once it goes under 15. So yeah, that's the game plan for that. For flips, that's really what I'm going to use. RIOT is just my flip stock at this point. Is there anything else? CoreWeave has earnings today, so that's going to be interesting because I think if it tanks, it's probably going to bring down APLD with it. So I'm already in a short position via the covered calls on APLD, so I'm ready to make money buying back the covered calls at a profit. BBAI. Again, I think it's a buy here at 4 with the stop loss at 3.66. If it breaks below 366, that means the whole market tanked, which means it's probably going to come down to $2.50 to $3. So yeah, I would just say if you're going to buy, just be conservative, dollar cost average. If 367 is not the bottom, take the small loss and reposition. That's the smart thing to do. Because some stocks are not gonna recover. Some stocks go into a bear market and they never recover. They stay in a bear market. Color stock is a great example. I don't care for bull TSSI. That thing, I'd rather buy APLD over TSSI at that point. I don't really care for leverage stocks. Don't care for that. Don't care for leverage at all. If I want leverage, I'll just buy leaps. What's the technology sector doing? XLK. Technology sector is trying to hold on here. Unfortunately, it's just it's on its last legs here. It's on its last legs. If it doesn't hold the white line, it's just gonna. Yeah, if the technology sector rolls over, we're gonna see everything. We're gonna we're gonna crash harder than you've ever seen. You thought we crashed hard already? No. Well, it can get worse, my friends. I've been there. That's how I know. It can get worse before it gets better. Don't care for Mara. RIOT is superior. Sybil, the bottom is in on this one. It did touch 00090011 and it bounced. So this is the bottom. If you want to take a swing trade, that's very risky, but potential for 500% plus when the catalyst does hit at some point. Hopefully, if it doesn't, then oh, boo-hoo, I guess. But yeah, this one's it's another swing trade, just like Soundhound. You just got to buy. IONQ, same thing. You just buy and hold dollar cost average, and then just sit there and wait for everything to recover. That's literally all it is. That's the game. The game is a lot of just sitting there and being able to handle the pain of holding red, especially in a bear market / crash. I need to see Rich Tech Robotics recover above that white line. Until then, I'm not interested in it. But I don't blame anyone for buying here as long as they have a stop loss, because we do have, yeah, we're at a very important monthly trend line support. So this has to hold. If it doesn't, better to take the stop loss and wait to see if it comes down to $1.50 to $2. Again, I am under the assumption that March is just going to bring us more more crashing, because I mean, until it shows us otherwise, until the pattern breaks, until we get a different pattern, I just got to assume it's going to continue to do what it's been doing, right? If I just continue to punch you with right hands, I'm probably not going to stop until you show me that you're not going to stand there to get punched with right hands, right? Like it just the patterns just keep repeating. Might as well respect the pattern and adapt, aka do something about it, and in this case adapt. BMNR, yeah, that's another vehicle for Joey Shaw to give his money away. I don't think I like anything else here. Tempest, I do like Tempest, but I don't think I want to recommend that one. It's a little too expensive. Because the point is for you guys to grow your accounts. AMD is trash. That one's that one's about to be a short opportunity, if anything. Apple, what is Apple at? Apple bounced already off the purple line. HIMS is dying. That thing is dead. I think HIMS is just gonna stay in a permanent bear market. It's another Joey Shaw pick, so. Hembis here is a short opportunity. It's right at the top of resistance here. I'm gonna add that to my watch list. I'm gonna look at the options chain. Let me add to my favorites. That one looks like a short opportunity. What happened to Open? Didn't Open beat? Open is at the white line trying to hold here. It's fighting for its life. Open, I would see if it comes down to 430 and see that would be the opportunity with the stop loss at like 429. Because if it doesn't hold there, it's going to come down to threes. That's the problem is if everything's going to keep tanking, you just got to be ready to buy the dip at key levels. There's not much you can do. SoFi, I still expect this one to come down to 16. Color. Color's in a permanent bear market. We're not going to talk about that one. Hood follows crypto, I think, if I recall. Oh, Insider sold. And Insider's recently sold. Huh. But why is it up today? It's crazy that it's up today. It's green. Well, if yeah, I mean, if the market tanks here, yeah, if the market tanks, this should come down under 70s. Ethereum dying off for now. MP red at the white line. What is SPY doing? I'm curious about SPY. SPY, wow, SPY looks like it wants to roll over. Oh, Netflix, by the way, Netflix is, what the hell? Look at Netflix. Look at Netflix go. It's starting to recover. My average is at 120, but I mean, we're not even in a bull market and this thing is starting to recover at least. So, hey, I'm happy. I can wait. I mean, of course it looks terrible, but I mean, what doesn't look terrible? Everything's been tanking. Nothing's going to look good. All right, guys. So, yeah, those are the plays. Calls, puts, opportunity to buy dips on crashes if we continue to crash. And if we start to turn things around into a bull market, fantastic. Then it's going to be easy money. Because I think a lot of people have forgotten how easy it is to make money in a bull market. Like, I think people are so scarred from all this crashing that they forgot. Like, I wish I could go back to my old alerts, because back then we were making thousands. It was crazy. We would, like, literally, we would buy and then the next day, boom, we're selling and we're making a grand here, a grand there. Like, it was just crazy. It was crazy. The bull market is just, I know people have forgotten how awesome bull markets are. We'll get there. Unfortunately, looks like we might have to deal with more pain here because buyers are not showing up for Nvidia at all. So, and yeah, if the technology sector and Nvidia roll over, you better believe, I mean, everything runs on technology. So you better believe everything else is going to start coming down. Except for metals. Maybe metals will go up because metals, don't rely on, it's a metal, right? It makes, right? If you get what I'm saying, like it's a metal. There's no, let me look at silver real quick. I am curious about silver. I mean, silver buyers are showing up for silver. Silver's in a bull run. Let me look at the gold ETF. I'm just curious about what they are doing. Yeah, I mean, you can see stock market, stocks going down, gold and silver going up. So if you're like a gold trader, you're in as far as you're concerned, it's a bull run for you. Like just buy the dip and you keep making money. That's kind of funny if you think about it. If you're just buying gold, you're in a bull run right now. Wait, is this the gold ETF? Did the gold ETF do a forward stock split? Am I crazy? Did it do a forward stock split? I feel like I'm insane right now. Wasn't this at like $300 or something? Yeah, if you're a gold trader, you're basically in a bull run right now. Like you just keep printing money because everything just keeps going up. Funny how that works. Yeah, no, I'm not interested in buying gold or silver. I'll stick to buying nice and cheap and discounted stock. And then in the bull run, gold will, tank a little bit and we'll be printing money. I'm really hoping this is the bottom. I think this is the bottom, but if I'm wrong, man, we're gonna go down to 50K. We're gonna go down to 45 to 50K on Bitcoin, and we're gonna see a lot of stocks even deeper in the red than they are now. So I'm really, you guys better like pray to your God if you have a God, because let's hope that's not the case.